Fire crews on the island are on high alert tonight after a series of suspicious blazes that have been set in the Nanaimo Lakes area. Most of the forests on Vancouver Island are still tinder dry, with an extreme risk for wildfires. And that has police and fire crews wondering why somebody would be deliberately setting a fire, putting not only forests at risk, but people's lives as well. A-News Mid-Island Bureau Chief Jonathan Bartlett joins us now live with the story. Jonathan.
Well, yesterday we had reports of someone shooting flares into Bowen Park. Now we hear of 2 more suspicious fires in the Nanaimo Lakes area. Clearly not everyone is getting the message about the extreme risk of forest fires.
It's hard to believe why anyone would deliberately set fire to an abandoned car in these conditions. But that's what happened here yesterday. The flames scorched about half a hectare of Timber West-owned land before the fire was brought under control.
It thankfully was contained rather quickly with the help of BC Forest Service as well as our own contract crews, but considering how hot and dry it is, it certainly could have gotten much bigger than it did.
It was one of 2 suspicious fires that broke out in the Nanaimo Lakes area yesterday, and one of 19 fires in the area just this summer.
We have quite a long history of arson-related activity in this area around the Nanaimo Lakes, Nanaimo Rivers area, and it's affected not only Timber West land, but some of the adjacent property owners as well as Crown lands as well.
It's very troubling to us. Not only does it put our first responders at risk, but it also puts the people in the area at risk as well.
It's been a very busy forest fire season in the interior, but here on the island, we've gotten off relatively unscathed. But the idea of someone running around lighting fires on purpose has authorities very worried.
232 fires continue to burn in the province, the majority in the interior, the biggest near Williams Lake. Vancouver Island has had less than its average share of forest fires this summer so far, but fire officials say we're not out of the woods yet.
The east coast of Vancouver Island is still an extreme fire danger rating, as well as some of the Gulf Islands, especially up toward the north end. So we do need people to take a lot of care when they're out in the forest.
Since 2005, the Nanaimo Lakes area seems to be a target for arsonists, a very dangerous and costly situation.
Since 2005 to 2009, we've spent over $750,000 responding to person-caused fires in that area.
Much of this land is privately owned, in this case Timber West, and closed to any public access.
It is private land, and so we want people to be consulting us for access regardless, but particularly given how incredibly hot and dry it has been for many months now, the risk of fire activity here is just way too high to allow public access right now.
Fire officials hope the weather will soon change before an arsonist manages to burn more and someone gets injured or killed.
A fire on Reed Island near Quadra Island broke out this morning. A stubborn fire involving driftwood on the beach. It seems not everyone has gotten the message about campfires, and I think it's okay below the below the high tide line. Not so, say the Coastal Fire Center. Police and fire officials are asking anyone with information about the Nanaimo Lake fires to call Crime Stoppers. Hudson.
All right, let's hope so. Jonathan, thank you.
You're welcome.